Today we are going to see NCERT 12th Physics. The title of the topic is Motion of a Charged Particle in a Uniform Magnetic Field. Once again I repeat the title. Motion of a charged particle in a uniform magnetic field. That means the magnetic field is uniform, it is not varying. We are going to deal with a charged particle. Okay, that is E. Okay. Now we will see the axis. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. That means, so this is y-axis, this is x-axis, and this is z-axis. All are mutually perpendicular to each other. We are considering 3 points in the circle P, Q, and R. The magnetic flux density is along z-axis. That means it is along in this direction. So the V at any point, if you take the tangent, that is the direction of V. So if I consider at this point B, magnetic field will be in this direction and velocity will be in this direction. That means the angle between the two is 90 degrees. So we know by Lorentz force, magnetic force equation, force is equal to Q into charge into V vector cross B vector. V vector is what? Velocity, and B is magnetic field or magnetic flux density vector. Now if you see, these two are in right angles. Now V cross B means this is heating B. That means this is heating B. So it is clockwise. So the resultant force will be inside. Okay. That means screw. When you tight a screw like this, it goes inside. Therefore, F goes inside. That is where this is the point P. The magnetic field is here and the velocity is in this direction. So V cross B means this is like this. So V, this is heating this. So you make a clockwise rotation. Therefore, if you clockwise rotate a screw, it will go inside. That is the resultant. So force will go inside. Likewise, if you check for any point on this circle, the action resultant force will be towards the center. Any point on the circle. And we have already told it's a uniform flux density or uniform magnetic field. Okay. So having understood this idea, we will try to find a finalized equation by which we can understand this principle. Okay, now this important point is, because of this velocity and magnetic flux density, the force is directed towards the center. So in mechanical also we have centripetal force, which is also directed towards the center. Centripetal force. Therefore we can equate these two relations. So if you take magnitude of this, magnitude of force vector is BQV sin theta. Now I already told you the angle between B and V is 90 degree. So sin 90 is 1. Therefore this force will be BQV. Now BQV, this force is equated to mv square by r. What is mv square by r? It is the centripetal force. Okay. Now from this equation, this V and 1V gone, this R is brought over here, BQ goes to the other side, so R is equal to mv by BQ. Now what you do is, you have R, now V by R, okay, V by R, that means V divided by R is BQ by M. That is, you are bringing this R this side, V by R, bring this BQ this side and M this side. So you will get what? V by R is equal to BQ by M. This V by R is nothing but your omega, angular velocity, omega. That means in place of velocity divided by R, which is nothing but omega, angular velocity. So omega can be written as V by R, which is equal to BQ by M. So omega is equal to BQ by M. But we know the formula for omega also. Omega is nothing but 2 pi F. So now F is the frequency. So F can be written as 1 by T. Okay, F is equal to 1 by T. So in the place of F frequency, you can substitute 1 by T. T is the time. Now bring this time this side and move all other terms to the other side. Now T is equal to 2 pi M by BQ. So this is the final answer. Now if you see the T time, which is equal to 2 pi into, this is constant, mass of whatever charge we are going to use, electron, proton, anything. This is going to be constant. Charge is also constant. Mass, charge, 2 pi, everything is constant. That means if the flux density increases, B increases, time decreases. That is one point. Second point, independent of radius and velocity. If you see the final equation, you don't see any term R. R is radius. There is no R. It is totally independent of R. And velocity, you don't see velocity also. Okay. So this time is equal to 2 pi M divided by BQ is totally independent of radius of this circle and the velocity of the charge, moving charge. You all know that moving charge produces magnetic field. That also you know. But here we have assumed it's a constant magnetic field in that electric charge is moving. Okay. So that's all about this topic. Hope you have understood the content. Thanks for watching. Nandri.